up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJamz.com. I'm going to show you a blues rock progression that's really fun to jam over, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm also going to kind of analyze it and break it down for you so you can use some of these techniques when you're trying to write your own blues rock song. There's certain kinds of chord progressions that happen a lot, so I'm going to kind of explain it as we do it. And also, this is in conjunction with Mascot Records, and I'm taking the progression here from an artist called Popa Chubby, and the song is called Need a Lil Mojo. And so a great way to keep the blues rock alive out there is to check songs like this out. So I'm going to leave a link for this song on iTunes so you can go check it out. I'm also going to break it down right now. So let's zoom in and check it out. Here we go. All right, so this is kind of a New Orleans kind of beat. Also kind of like a Bo Diddley kind of thing. Dun 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 dun. So that's kind of our basis, that's our one chord. So we're talking about blues rock, not like a 12-bar blues. So songs that kind of mesh both of the styles together. And typically, it's kind of a rock progression, but with lots of real bluesy soloing over it. So we're taking our first chord, which is an F major chord. So the root's right there on the F note on the A string is where I'm playing it. And that's the 8th fret, and then you're barring that across. So you've got this chord. Now it follows that standard blues type of thing, and it goes to what's called the 4 chord, which in this case, the 4 chord of F is B flat. So I'm going to this B flat chord right here, which is just a bar chord with the B flat root on the low E string right there on the 6th fret. So so far, you've got your standard first 2 chords of a blues. Like, could also look like this, F to B flat. But instead, we've taken a New Orleans kind of style beat, or a Bo Diddley beat. And the 4. Then we go back to the 1. Now, so here's where it leaves the standard blues stuff. One more time. So it's F, B flat, F. So typically in a 12-bar blues, you got the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and then you got the 5 chord up a whole step from the 4 chord. But in a blues rock setting, you tend to see this stuff a lot more. You tend to see the minor third up from the root as a major chord. And all that means is if I'm looking at my root down here, it's an F note. Same thing here, but I just want to look at it right here for a second just to give you an idea, different perspective of it. You got that. If you go a half step, and another half step, and another half step, that distance, which are the first 2 notes of the blues scale, same thing, okay? That note right there, in blues rock, they like to play that major chord up from there. We'll call that the minor third major chord. Now the 4 chord, which we already played, is definitely in there, and that's just a whole step up from that minor third. So the root chord could be here too. You know, Black Keys use that. Goes back to, you know, the oldest rock, bands like Cream, Led Zeppelin. I mean, the list is everybody. So that minor third major chord up to that 4 is really popular. Now let's look at the 1 chord right here. It's the same chord as this. Don't get scared. It's just 2 different ways to play the same thing. Gives you variety, actually. Either one can be played for either one. But I want to show you this one now to show you another really popular chord in blues rock playing. And that's when you take that F major chord or your root chord and play the same thing down a whole step. All those chords in different combinations are great for like your blues rock kind of thing. So I was just improvising just with those chords that I was just talking about, and I just mixed and matched them, which once again are the 1 chord, the minor third up major chord, the 4 chord, and then another chord which is a whole step down from the root chord. That one, which is E flat major. So, you know, you could almost say, you know, we're playing in, you know, this set of chords, which are like the blues rock chord progression kind of thing. I mean, it's not an exact theory, but you'd have a F major, A flat major, B flat major, E flat major, and then you got that F again. Okay, there's one other chord in that Popa Chubby song, though, and that would be, let's see. And so this is basically you have the root chord, and you have a whole step down, which is E flat. But this one also goes to the D flat major chord, which is just another whole step down. So this one's doesn't happen as much in blues rock, but you've got the root chord, a whole step down, and another whole step down. And there's lots of songs that are just based on that. But for this particular Popa Chubby progression, it's really cool to go to that. It really emphasizes the minor pentatonic when you're soloing over that particular part, because you can kind of mix between the major and the minor pentatonic on this song, but when it goes to that, it really kind of emphasizes that minor pentatonic. So check out the progression I'm talking about now, and hopefully you can remember some of these techniques and write your own tune out there. So it's F, which is the 1 chord. Then we go to the 4 chord. Then we're going to repeat it. Now we're going to go to the new thing. A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, the top. really nice little flavor in there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually play that progression for you, and you can jam over it. It's all F blues, but you can really experiment with some of that major minor mixing and or just any cool licks. You know, it's in the key of F, which isn't as common for blues. A lot of guys are used to playing in E and A, and I know I teach stuff in A a lot, so it'll be good for that as well. So let's get ready to jam. I want to hear your best licks. Let's do this. That was it. Hope that was helpful to you. Remember, you can have fun writing your own tunes, and there is a method to it. So hopefully you got something out of it. Also, like I said, I took it from the Popa Chubby song. I want to say Papa Stash, but I mean the Popa Chubby song, Need a Little Mojo. You can check out the iTunes link right down there. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care.